Blessings, calling from London. I just want to know more about. You spoke about Abraham, and I think you said he kind of did a deal with, I don't know if it was the Anunnakis or the Disagreeables, and I kind of want to know more about that, because that kind of follows all the way to where we are in present day, doesn't it?
Yeah.
In a way. So I just want to know more about the history behind that. Yeah, there was more, but I'll come back. But yeah, that's it for now.
All right. No worries.
Yeah.
No worries.
All right. Thank you.
Right. So what we're saying is that Abraham, according to the monotheistic religions, that's Islam, Christianity, Judaism, they all say that Abraham is the father, their father, right? He is like the patriarch who they all come from. But the thing is that when you study who Abraham was and where he came from or where he lived, he was from a place called Ur in Chaldea, which is in what today people will call it Iraq. That was known as Mesopotamia. And if you then start to read the books that were given to Abraham and then all the way to Moses and so on and so forth, you'll find out that these come from the tablets of the Anunnaki. And so when we say he was chosen by the Anunnaki because they came to that region of Iraq. And if you study his father, Terah, again, they were following and worshipping fire, and there was Zoroastrian, and they followed that religion. That's where the religions of Abraham come from. So these Anunnaki gave these tablets. So the Bible is coming from those Sumerian tablets known as the Enuma Elish mainly. But you also have others like the Epics of Gilgamesh or the Gilgamesh Epics. And you have many other tablets like the Atrahasis, which is where the Bible, the Quran, and the New Testament were grafted from. So this is what we're saying, that when you're dealing with the Anunnaki, that's why everybody's talking about Anunnaki, and many tablets were found and uncovered, even during the Gulf War and the war in Iraq. They found many tablets that gave accounts of, these stories by the Anunnaki. And this is why when you go into the Anunnaki stories, you start to hear about Anu and his two main sons, Enlil and Enki. And as you say, this is what's causing the problem, because these beings were having all kinds of conflicts. And we have a book by the master teacher, Partner Babyanun, Dr. Malachi Ziyuk, called Conflict of the Gods, that goes into that. And when you look at religion today, it's because you have the two sides, Enlil and Enki, and they became known by names in the Bible like Baal, which is dealing with Enlil. And then you have Yahweh, which is dealing with Enki. Enki. And so different names for them doing different things, but the wars between them means that you have people like the words, like any words that is ending with L in the Bible is people that are loyal to Enlil. So, like Zamael, if the words that end with L, yeah, Gabriel, and then you have the ones that end with Jah, like Adonijah, or different names that end with a Jah. They are loyal to Enki. And the two of them have been fighting these wars all the way throughout. This is where it ends up in the Bible as the wars between two brothers, Cain and Abel, Jacob and Esau, and it just goes on and on and on and on, because these two sides, this is why today competitions are also made, where you have, even in sports, you always have two football teams or two teams fighting against each other, because it's all about agreeable and disagreeable, and the energy that is created by the ones who win and those who lose. The ones that lose, they give off a negative energy, and they're sad, they're upset, and sometimes, football matches can end up with people going and smashing things up just because they've lost. And even you go to if you're working, you go to work and it's like people are taking the mick out of each other because of their team losing. And all these competitions just create divisions and wars and chaos. So I hope that's helped you.